Well guys, I had planned on doing a video today about 10 things to get now before the November presidential election results are in. And I had everything all planned out and ready to go, had everything set up to do that video to show you all. And I did a search about an hour and a half ago or so to see if anyone else had covered that same topic recently. And it looks like that a guy named Magic Prepper has actually made a video in the last couple of days. I think it's his most recent upload about that very exact topic. So today I'm going to not do that topic. I'm going to do a slightly different topic that is, I think, just as important, and it's going to be 10 skills to learn and master before the November presidential election results are in. But anyway guys, before we get started, if you like videos about homesteading, prepping, survival, firearms, tools, gear, then give this video a like and be sure to subscribe, turn notifications, be notified each time that I upload a new video. Let's get started. One of the first skills that you should learn is unarmed self-defense. Now I'm not talking about going out and joining a traditional martial arts dojo. I'm talking about learning some very basic movements to defend yourself if it comes to a hand-to-hand type situation. It takes a long time to actually learn traditional type martial arts skills. The blocks, the punches. It takes a long time to learn all that. You know, it takes years and years of practice, dedication to learn those type of self-defense fighting skills. What I suggest you do is practice a few very basic techniques, mainly techniques that target vulnerable areas of the human body. I uploaded a few videos, two actually I think it was, months back that I will link to down in the description box below so you can go watch, and it covers some very basic things that you can learn, you can master very quickly. It's excellent to have like a body opponent bag, which is in that video I'll link to down below, to practice these things on, because you don't want to practice these on an individual, because especially if you have no formal training or don't have a formal instructor to show you these things in a one-on-one atmosphere. So having a body opponent bag, it has all the extremities like a head, neck, and vital organs, the throat of a human. And so you can practice your strikes at full power on that and perfect those without actually risking hurting someone or possibly even killing someone. But the strikes you need to learn are things like strike to the throat, palm strike under the chin. There's hammer fist strike down to the collarbone. There's several things you should learn. I'll cover those in those videos, but don't get fancy about it. Keep it basic and keep it where it's easy to remember and easy to implement under stress. Like I said, traditional martial arts skills are great to learn, but it takes a long time to learn those and a long time to master, and we don't have the time to do that. But you still need to learn some basic empty hand self-defense skills, because you might not always have a weapon. And if you have time later on and you want to take it to a more advanced level, that's great also. Another thing that you'll want to learn is point shooting. Now this gets into a lot of the back and forth arguments with the gun guys. They all got their opinion about this, that, and something else. Their way is better, this way isn't any good. But when worse comes to worse and you're under stress, you're being attacked, you're not going to have to take the time to bring your firearm up and get in the perfect stance and get this perfect sight picture. You're going to bring that firearm up and you're going to bring it up and you're going to start shooting. So you need to learn how to point shoot. I will do a video in a couple of days detailing how to point shoot a handgun, and you need to practice that and learn that, because it is the quickest thing to learn. It's a basic body movement. It comes natural, so it's quick and easy to learn, and it's extremely effective, especially in close range. Now if you have a handgun and you have time and your target is out at a reasonable distance and you have plenty of time and you're not in any immediate danger and you have time to react, you can use your sights, then by all means use your sights. But if someone is 15 yards from you and they are coming at you with a baseball bat or a knife and you have your gun in your hand, you can bring that gun up and start shooting, and point shooting can be very, very accurate, as I will demonstrate in my upcoming video on point shooting. Another skill that you need to master is what I call bump in the night skills. You need to know exactly what you're going to do, what your family's going to do if you hear like a bump in the night. If someone is coming through a certain door, if someone's coming through a certain window, if something is happening, you hear something outside, you need to have a plan ready. You need to know what you're going to do, how you're going to do it. You need to have the tools set up and ready for that to face whatever threat that might be. But you need to have a plan. You need to have bump in the night skills. You might not be able to always call the police and get them to come to your house and find out what's going on. If everything is going well and there is law and order, then if you hear a bump in the night outside, then you can call the police and get them to come and investigate. That's what they get paid for. But sometimes you might not have that luxury. There might not be no police available. You might be way off in the country somewhere. You need to defend yourself. And so it's good to have a plan and a kit and perfect your bump in the night skills. Practice with your family and know exactly what to do and how to do it. Put certain, like your children, and if they're small children, if they're older children, teenagers, and you can train those children to help you defend your home and your property. But if they're small children, you need to have a place to put those children where they're safe. The most safest place in your house is where they should go. The safest place, plus a place where you can actually protect those children. But bump in the night skills, practice those, learn those. Another skill that you need to learn and master is basic firearms maintenance. You need to learn how to clean your firearms, field strip those, clean those, reassemble those. You need to know how to take care of your guns, because you might not be able to take those to a gunsmith to get these things done. You need to also, if you can, learn basic repair, firearms repair. Learn about your weapon, the parts, the breakdown, how to clean it, how to repair it. You need to also get the cleaning supplies to actually do that, because you want to keep your firearms functioning. A rusty gun that won't function properly is pretty much just as bad as having no gun at all. So keep it clean, keep it lubricated, and keep it ready to go, guys, and learn how to do that. Another skill that you need to master is how to stay secure when on the road. When you're on the road in your vehicle, you're actually pretty vulnerable. You need to know what to do in case this happens or that happens. You need to know the basics of what you need to do and how to do that to get yourself out of danger. For example, you can go online and look up these things and find out more about some of these, but I'll tell you a few right now. I need to make a video about that, actually, a full dedicated video, but I'll tell you a couple right now to keep in mind. Like when you're at a red light. A lot of people, when they're at a red light, waiting for the light to change, they will pull right up next to someone's bumper, okay? Don't do that. Leave enough room where you can't be blocked in, because you could be here, another car come in behind, come in from the side, and you can't get out. You're stuck right there. Leave enough room between you and the other car when you're waiting so you can escape. If they try to pin you in, if someone tries to carjack you, like for example, someone just comes out from behind in a parking lot somewhere and comes into the highway where you're sitting at, tries to get your door open, keep your doors locked too. That's another thing you need to do at all times, keep your doors locked. But if you see that coming, if you see someone coming with a gun or anything, if you're stuck here, you can't get out. You're stuck in the car. You're in pretty much a death trap. If you have enough room where you can get out and escape, then you can floor it and get out of there before danger can actually take an effect on you and your family. Another thing, we've all seen the movies, the car chases. If someone comes up, you're on the highway, okay? Someone comes up beside you and they are trying to cause trouble or trying to start something, or maybe they're actually going to start shooting at your car or trying to knock you off the highway. And you see that's happening, instead of speeding up and trying to outrun those people that are trying to cause you harm, you need to don't lock your brakes up so hard that you actually lose control of the vehicle, but lock it up quick enough that you will stop quick enough where they will go on and you'll be in behind them. So then you have the tactical advantage because you are behind them. So then you can get away more easily, or if something needs to be done, you can do something else besides getting away. But instead of trying to speed up and get ahead where they'll be in behind you, they can knock you off the highway a lot easier. Hit the brakes. Don't lock them up so hard that you actually control the vehicle, but enough where that it'll stop. But enough where you can slow down quick enough where that they will go on and you'll be in behind them and you have the tactical advantage. Like I said, you can go online on YouTube and you can probably find some videos about this. I need to actually do one myself about tactical driving, but that's two things to keep in mind when you're on the road, guys. Another skill that you need to learn is how to use non-lethal self-defense options. Using deadly force isn't always warranted. For example, say a drunk relative is at your house causing trouble and you need to control him and de-escalate the situation till you can do something about that situation to make it safe for everyone. You don't want to pull your handgun out and start shooting. You need to control the situation without using lethal force. So you need to learn how to use things like pepper spray, maybe a stun gun, maybe extendable baton. Extendable baton can definitely be lethal with head strikes and throat strikes, but you can use that if that is getting close to being lethal. But if you master that and use it correctly, you can use that very effectively in non-lethal self-defense. But in a lot of states, it's illegal to carry those in your vehicle. You have to have special permits and training and things like that, so check your state laws. But learn how to use non-lethal self-defense options like pepper spray, stun guns, and also some non-lethal self-defense hand-to-hand skills. We talked about hand-to-hand skills a minute ago, but things like chokeholds. Just don't hold the chokehold on after they stop fighting. Put the chokehold on. As soon as they stop fighting, let the chokehold off, because if you leave it on too long, you can actually cause someone to die, as we've seen several times with police putting suspects in chokeholds and holding those chokeholds too long. You have to know when to let off with that chokehold. If at all possible, get some formal training on how to use chokeholds before actually using those. Your best bet will be to get some good pepper spray, or if it's going to be carried on your person, a decent sized bottle of pepper spray. There's different sizes. There's small, and there's like medium, and there's large. If it's going to be in your house or for like riot control or just in your vehicle or something like that, then you can get a larger can of bear spray, which works really well. And just find out what's legal in your area, get that, and learn how to use that. Another thing is you need to work on your situational awareness skills. Always keep your head on a swivel, especially when out in public around other people, because other people could have ill intentions. They could be wanting to harm you, they could be wanting to rob you, they could be wanting to kidnap you. Keep your eyes open. Anything that looks suspicious, avoid that situation, or get ready to defend yourself if that situation progresses to the point where you need to actually defend yourself. But keep your eyes open and work on your situational awareness. Don't go around with your head down all the time. Keep your head up, keep it on a swivel, and make sure of what's going on around you at all times. Be sure to watch your family at all times. Watch your children at all times, especially when out around other people in public or people that you don't know. Keep your eyes open. Work on situational awareness. Be alert. If you're alert, you'll have more time to react. Going around, I see a lot of guys, and women for that matter too, going around with their head down, looking at their feet. They'll go around, they'll be walking like this in public, looking at their phone. Don't do that, guys. You want to keep your eyes open. You want to be alert and aware of your surroundings at all times. So work on your situational awareness. Another skill that you need to master and actually get out and practice is shooting at night. Most bad things happen after dark. Most of the time people will try to break into your house after dark. They will try to steal your property after dark. They will try to assault you after dark. They will try to kidnap you most of the time after dark. There are exceptions, of course, but criminals, murderers, rapists, kidnappers, robbers, they feel more secure when darkness falls. So you need to be able to use your firearms effectively after dark. Actually get out and practice, know how to move through your house, know how to move around, know how to use lights, know where everything is at, have your bump in the night kit set up. Actually go out to the range after dark and practice shooting. Practice using your light. Practice moving. Practice shooting around cover after dark. Because most likely, if you're attacked and you have to defend yourself, it will be after nightfall. And number 10, learn first aid skills. You can go take courses like the Red Cross offers courses, but take and learn first aid skills. Do a little research and call around and find out who is giving courses in your area and take the one closest to you as quickly as you possibly can. You can learn a lot by watching videos and things like that, or if you have a nurse that can teach you that. If someone in your family is a nurse or a doctor, that's also great. They can teach you those skills. But learn first aid skills, especially skills about stopping bleeding and be prepared to stop bleeding, because that is one of the most urgent threats to your health is that you can do something about, actually, is bleeding. You need to be able to stop that blood flow as quickly as possible. You need to know how to do that. You also need to have tools with which to do that with. For example, Quick Clot. Stock up on. It's expensive, but it works and it's very effective at stopping the bleeding. And if you're bleeding out, if someone you love is bleeding out, you've been cut, you've been hurt, you need to be able to stop that bleeding as quickly as possible. If you want to learn more about prepping and survival, then buy my book. I'll link to it in the description box below. You can check it out. Read the reviews first. If you think it'll help you all, then buy that book. It's actually written for people who are like most of us, like myself, and like most of you all, most likely, who are actually on a budget and need to get prepared, need to get ready, but don't have a lot of money to spend. And that book will help you all out. Thanks guys for watching. I'm Nick Creekmore. I'm out of here.